Hi, this is Chad from Blueberry Ridge Outdoors. I'm going to be putting a food plot in today. I'm going to be tilling up about 1.5 acres. So follow along. We're going to till it. We're going to cultipack it probably twice before we plant it, and we're going to plant it, fertilize it, and smooth it out. We'll see how it goes. All right, here we go. Okay, here we are on the food plot. As you can see, it's a little tall. We did cut it with a brush hog a little bit ago, but it grew up pretty fast, so hopefully the tilling will go good, and we'll be able to get this tilled up and ready for seed today. My plan is, so when I mow my lawn, I bag all my grass. It's heavily fertilized, it's a nice lawn, so we're going to take the grass clippings and we're going to hopefully spread that out and get that on the field and till it in. This is what I do. Just pile it up here on the edge of the field. So the challenge today is going to be finding out how to spread that out decent before we till it. And yeah, we'll go from there. We'll see how it goes. Everything's a new adventure. So this is what we're using today. We're using a John Deere 4110 with a 5-foot king cutter rototiller on the back and a bucket on the front. We're gonna scoop the grass up with the bucket and try to spread it the best we can and then till it under. Should work good. All right, let's see what we can do. So now what I'm going to do now that I spread it out the best I can with a bucket, I'm going to go over it real lightly with the tiller, not into the soil, but just above the soil, just to break it up and spread it out, and then I'm going to till it in. So hopefully that works. We'll see. Okay, if you're gonna rotor till on a dry day, expect to get dirty, like really dirty. Like, hopefully you can see that on camera, like black dirty. Okay, just wanted to let you know, as I was tilling, this nut right here loosened up on me, and then this backed off. So it changed the angle of the rotor tiller to tip down in the back, which does not go as deep. So I'm going to show you the difference. Now that I got it adjusted where I want it, so it's nice and flat across here, this is the difference. Let's get out in the sun so you can see something. But these 3 passes I did with it adjusted correctly. And as you can see, all the grass out here, that wasn't tilled as deep, so it didn't stir the grass in as good. So you can really see the difference right from here to here. See that transition line right here? So that was error on my part. I wasn't paying attention, but I'm gonna have to go over this whole field again anyway, the opposite direction. But just something to keep an eye on. Make sure your tiller's nice and flat, flush, level with the ground. Otherwise, you're not going to be tilling as deep. You're not going to be doing as good of a job. So, yeah, I better get back at it. Try to get this done before dark. All right, see you later. So another thing to watch out for is overheating your tractor. With all the bugs and the dust and debris, the dead grass seems to be collecting on the front grill. So be aware of that too. I'll show you what's going on here. The grill is just packed full of grass, dead grass from tilling. All the way around. So just shut the tractor off and just brush it right off. If you have a leaf blower, that would work too, but this will work fine. Just brush it all off so I can get some air. Otherwise it's not going to cool at all. There, just stop every once in a while and do that. Just keep an eye on it so they could carry your tractor. All right, let's get back to work. Okay, so some progress so far. I'm going to show you the stuff that's been tilled 2 or 3 times over again. I'm going to show you the stuff with just one single pass where the tiller wasn't going as deep as it should have been, so I readjusted it. It's working much better now. So as you can see the big difference, this has all been tilled 2 to 3 times over again, and this stuff has only been tilled once and it wasn't deep enough, so that's the big difference. You can see there's a lot of green stuff on the top. And where it's been tilled deeper and more often, this has been tilled twice. Stuff over here by the apple trees has been tilled. This is probably 4 passes in here. It's nice and soft and tilled up really good. So this stuff here is ready to plant once we cultipack it. I'm going to cultipack it probably twice, get a nice firm seed bed, and then we'll seed it and then we'll cultipack it again just to get good soil contact. All right, I better get back to work. Okay, now after we till it 2 different directions, I like to go over it with just a tooth drag. I'll show you what we use. Just a real simple tooth drag. So last time we tilled it, we went this way, so I'm going to take the tooth drag and run it this way real slow. And the reason I do that, I just smooth it out and it gets you a good nice smooth bed, and then we'll cultipack it twice probably before we seed it. So just give you an idea. I know it's not necessary, but sometimes at the end of the row when you're using a rototiller, you get divots and sometimes you get humps. So the grass is pretty heavy. So what I like to do is smooth out the whole field, and then before I cultipack it, so when I cultipack it, it's nice and smooth. Cultipack it 2 different directions, and then maybe drag it with like a chain link fence. You got a nice smooth seed bed, then you can seed it. It doesn't take long with a 4-wheeler. You can obviously go a lot faster with a 4-wheeler than you can with a tractor when you're tilling. So it doesn't take that much time. Turns out a lot better, I think. So, all right, we'll see what we can get done here before dark. Okay, so we got it dragged with the fine tooth drag, and now we're cultipacking. It's firming up quite a bit. You see where I step on it here. And we go over here where we haven't cultipacked. It's considerably softer. Does a really good job. So by pulling that drag around, that tooth drag, we were able to smooth out some dips, some humps from me spreading grass on it. And sometimes when you're rototilling, you get dips and humps, whether it be a clump of grass or whatever. But I like to smooth that all out before we cultipack, so we can get a nice smooth seed bed. And shaping up pretty good. So hopefully this will turn out really good. We're just about done for the night. The sun's starting to go down, so we're going to see how far we get done. I'll see how far we get cultipacking, and then tomorrow's another day.